Welcome to my new channel. This is going to be epic. Hello, everybody. I am Bobby Gully, or you should call me as Gamer Bobby G. Yes, and welcome to my brand new channel. Yes, for gaming. If you guys don't know who I am Bobby Gully. I am a voice actor, singer, and I also like to do gameplays like this one. So yes, this brand new channel is going to be solely for gaming. But if you want to check out my voice acting channel, the link is in the description down below. And yes, so yeah, before we begin this Let's Play, I'm going to introduce you guys to a guest star in this. Her name is Olimi Kian, my beloved girlfriend.
Yay!
So, Owen, tell us about yourself.
Well, there's not much to say.
Not much to say?
I said there's not that much to say about me.
Except that she's doing something on World of Warcraft.
I'm doing a mythic run.
But yeah, my girlfriend's also a voice actress, but she also is a writer, and she likes doing fanfics.
Yep, I'm
and
working
she's
on a World of
also
Warcraft fanfic, actually.
She's also an artist too. So if you want to go check out her DeviantArt page, Owen, tell us your DeviantArt name.
It's Princess Okimaka 039.
Yes, check her out. She's amazing, and I fell in love with her because she's beautiful, she's kind, she's loving, and I love her. So basically, that's our mating call, is a squee. Ain't that right?
Oh.
So yeah, both her and I are big fans of this game here. This is called World of Warcraft. The game, an MMORPG game that's been around for a long time. Since 2004. This game is basically based off of the old games that is the Warcraft universe. And the first Warcraft game came out in, 1994, Owen?
Somewhere around that time. I think
Yeah.
the first one actually came in like the late 1980s.
No, it didn't. It came out in the 1990s.
Oh.
Yeah. It came out in the 1990s. And I think it was 1994 or 1995. If you guys want to correct me on that one, go do so in the comments down below, and then or I can look it up later, and then I'll be corrected. So yes, I don't remember.
I was too young to operate a computer by that time.
Yes. And I only know Warcraft 3, and Warcraft 3 came out in 2003 or 2002.
A year before World of Warcraft.
Actually, no, it came out in 2001. Did it? Yeah, 2001.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, 3 years before World of Warcraft.
The expansion of Warcraft 3 came out before World of Warcraft. So, yes. But yeah, welcome to World of Warcraft, my new Let's Play video of it. And basically what we're going to do is that we're going to level up a new character to a max level of 110. We're going to go through all the expansions in the game. We're going to go through all the zones, and we're going to get some good gear for the character. We're going to do all the dungeons. We're going to do the professions. We're going to do the raids. Ain't that right, Owen?
Yep.
And yes. And yeah, this is going to be a very, very, very long Let's Play, but I don't care. So yes, I hope you guys can stick around for it. If you can, that's okay. If you don't, that's fine too. Mostly, people will kind of lose interest in the gameplays of this game later on. But yeah, I was inspired by. I'm gonna give a shout out to Feared Angel for inspiring me to do this. If you don't know who Feared Angel is, he's also a gamer. He does a World of Warcraft Let's Play, and he inspired me to do this, to do my own version. So yes, am I right, Owen?
Yep.
So check him out. Go subscribe to him. He's awesome. And also my buddy of mine named Larry told me about this game, and Owen and my good friend Kelly and Fear Angel got me into this game. So yes. So yeah. But yes, I've been on this game since 2014, and yes. Now let's talk about, now let's begin, shall we, Owen?
Yep.
Let's do this!
Now, guy in the background, get on with it!
Get on with it! Okay. But the first thing I'm gonna read, but this first episode's just gonna be an informant episode. If you don't like, seeing, this whole video is just gonna be for just talking about the game itself and then character creation. And talking about all the different kind of races, and the 2 different factions that you can play, and all the classes you can play. So if you don't want to watch this, just go over to the second episode where the gameplay finally begins. So yes, am I right, Owen?
Mm-hmm.
So yes. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is introduce all my characters that I made in World of Warcraft. And yes. The first character that I'm introducing you to is Johnson here. He is a Retribution Paladin, and he's a main character that I play on World of Warcraft. He's the main character that I play for the Alliance, and he has the Ashbringer, which is a good item you can earn in Legion. Am I right, Owen?
It's an artifact weapon you receive.
Yes. And basically, you can collect artifact weapons in Legion, and then it's really, really fun. So, yes. But yeah, he's a Retribution Paladin. He knows the Holy. And, he's a badass motherfucker. So, yes. And, I know there's a story to this guy, too. So, yes. My second character is Rakuba here. He is, an enhancement shaman. Yes, an enhancement shaman, and he is an orc. And yes, he's an orc. And he's a badass. And he has the Doom Hammer. Another artifact weapon you can earn. So yes. And yeah. Owen?
Huh?
Hi.
I'm busy doing a mythic dungeon.
I know! Yeah! And over here is Dava, and she's a level 57 arms warrior, and I'm still trying to level her up, and she has heirlooms on, which makes your, basically increases your, leveling, and basically your attacks, and yeah.
The character you stole from me, don't.
Oh, come on, Owen. I didn't steal this character from you. I made it for fun. Yes, Adava's actually one of Owen's characters that is in a fanfic she's doing. Over here is Giadiah. She is a druid. I think she's a feral druid, I think. Yeah, she is a feral druid. And basically, I'm still leveling her up, too. So, yes. She also has heirlooms on. And heirlooms are what you earn during the game. If you get enough gold and all that, you can always go buy heirlooms for your first character you ever made. And then for the future characters, you can always put them on you, and then they'll help you level up faster. Am I right? Yes.
Let's get into so related to 2 of my characters.
Wait, what now, Owen? Say that again?
I said your character is related to 2 of my characters.
Exactly. And here's Egerson. He's a level 5 rogue. And basically, he needs to be leveled up. He's an undead rogue. And he's like, hey man, why have you not played me for a long time, man? I'm sorry, dude. And over here is Liliantha. She is a demon hunter. And she is a hero class that they introduced in the latest expansion, Legion. And you can see why. She is a half demon, half blood elf. And basically, she's a badass herself. So yes. Am I right, Owen?
Yep.
She's a race called the Illidari. And we'll explain...
Well, that's the name of the army.
We can also explain about the lore in this game as well. Me and my girlfriend can help you out with that. And on this realm over here, I have more characters. 2 of them here. This is Barador. He is a druid as well. And basically, this is originally my gameplay character for my old channel on Voice Actor Bobby G. And basically, I stopped that gameplay because I wanted to start a new fresh gameplay on here. So, sorry Barador, you're no longer my, I'm sorry. But, don't worry, I'm still gonna level this guy up, and, but he's not gonna be my walkthrough character anymore. So, sorry, dude. Sorry. But, yeah. And over here is Prolas. He is gonna be my role-playing character for another gameplay that I'm gonna do with all my friends. Kelly, Larry, and Cashew. And Owen. So, yes. But yeah, that's all my characters. I used to have more, but I deleted all of them because I don't play them anymore. And I don't, ever, have the time to play them at all, so yeah. Am I right, Owen?
Yeah.
So, sadly, yes. This is called round selection, and basically, this is all the servers that you can always go to. There's different types of servers you can go to. For new players, it's recommended that you do a normal type because there's basically no special rules on the realm, and then you can be free of what you want to do and all that. You know what I'm saying, Owen?
Yeah.
So, yes. There's another different type. It's called a PvP, and the PvP is player versus player. And basically, whenever you try to level up, you're gonna have to fight another player from a different faction, and basically they can come kick your ass or gank you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you're low level, they can always come kill you, and then they just fuck with you. So PvP is not recommended for new players at all. So, am I right?
All depending.
Depending, yeah. And RP servers are the role-playing realm. So basically, role-playing is basically over here. And role-playing is basically what you can also do in World of Warcraft. So you can do almost anything on World of Warcraft. Almost anything. So yes. But yeah, everybody knows what role-playing is. Everybody should know. RPPVP is role-playing player versus player realm. That's basically what that is it's both a role-playing server and it's also a PvP server. So here's one of them right here, the Emerald Dream. And basically, yes, that's what it is. Also not recommended for new players. Oh shoot.
Again, depending.
God dang it. Ah! Sorry about that, guys. Some person just commented on my other YouTube channel. Whoops. So yeah. Sorry about that. But yeah, where am I here? Oh yeah. So another the number of characters you have created on this realm, it's obvious. And population. New players realm will give you the best play experience. Full realms are the most crowded, and you will often experience a wait time to play. So basically, there's low, so that means there's not a lot of players. There's medium, which means there's more players that are playing on the realm. And then there's new players, which basically is, you know what that is. High means there's a lot! You know what I'm saying? A lot of players on the realm. And there's full. And full, oh my god. There's gonna be a long ass wait. You know what I'm saying? So I could go to either Proudmoore or Tichondrius. No, that's a PvP realm. What do you want me to do, Owen? What realm should I go to? Should I go on the low realm? Should I go on the medium realm? Or should I go on the high realm?
I don't think it really matters.
I don't think it matters either. Should I go to the Infinite realm? The Moon Guard?
Well, just so long as you don't show them Goldshire.
Oh yeah, I can't show him Goldshire on that one.
Because YouTube policy.
Well, Larry, well, not Larry. Fear and Angel showed that place before, and
Well, even though it's relatively harmless, it still has, you know, sexual content in it.
Yeah, I might go to Realm Proudmoore, but it's high though. Should I do it, Owen? Should I go to Proudmoore?
Do what you want, though.
Yeah, I'll go to Proudmoore. Why not? So, I like to start a new, fresh realm. So yeah, here's the character creation, right here. Yes. Basically, there's two different factions, which is the Alliance and the Horde, and they're at war with each other. They have been at war for a very long time in the lore of the Warcraft. They've been at war since the very first game, Warcraft, Orcs and Humans. That's what the game is called. So yeah. So yeah, it doesn't matter. They're not villains. None of them are villains per se, but all of them are heroes. But they always have disagreements with each other, and that's why they're at war. So it all started because of the orcs, right here. Because orcs used to be barbarians, and they were corrupted by demon's blood. And yes. Yeah, I may need call, by the way, guys. I won't do that as much on here because it will get annoying to some people. So yes, I'm sorry, Owen.
All right.
So yes. All right, let's get started, shall we? All right, this is a human, and yes, humans, everybody. Everybody loves humans.
Overrated as fuck, though.
Oh, come on!
They are.
Yeah.
They're overrated.
But I like them, though. Anyway. Humans. Increased haste, critical strike, mastery, and versatility. Bonus to reputation gains. Can break out of stun effects. Humans are a young race. Oh, wait. I'm going to read all this in different rate for these races in different voices, since I'm a voice actor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. Humans are a young race, and thus highly versatile, mastering the arts of combat, craftsmanship, and magic with stunning efficiency. The humans' valor and optimism has led them to build some of the world's greatest kingdoms. In this troubled era, after generations of conflict, humanity seeks to rekindle its former glory and forge a shining new era. So yeah, that's what humans are, and they're awesome. And we also got dwarves, and everybody knows who dwarves are. And I love them. Oh yeah, I forgot one more thing to show you. Here's a female human for you guys. An obvious female human. Yes.
I'm pretty sure everybody knows what a female human looks like.
And here's a female dwarf, and this female dwarf looks like she's pretty sweet, and she's white-headed too, and I like it. Okay, dwarves may take on a stone form, increase effect for critical strikes, so they're very good damage dealers, and resistant to frost damage, and find additional archaeology fragments and survey faster. In ages past, the dwarves cared only for riches taken from the earth's depths. Then record servants of a godlike race said to have given the dwarves life and an enchanted birthright. Driven to learn more, the dwarves devoted themselves to the pursuit of lost artifacts and ancient knowledge. Today, dwarven archaeologists are scattered throughout the globe. So basically, archaeology is one of the professions. I'll talk about what professions are later in the game. The Night Elf, and the Night Elves are pretty cool. And I was playing as a Night Elf in my old gameplay. Remember? Yes. Here's an average female Night Elf. Beautiful, yeah. They're beautiful, elegant, and yes. And they have long-ass ears. And that's... elves are known for having long-ass ears. So yes. They fade into the shadows. More difficult to hit, so they're very good tanks. And I'll talk about character roles later when I get to classes. Wisp form while dead from faster movement, which is awesome, by the way. Resistant to nature damage. Faster movement while stealth. And faster attacks at night and increased critical chance during the day. Very cool.
10,000 years ago, the Night Elves founded a vast empire, but their reckless use of primal magic brought them to ruin.
No, don't do that to me now.
Owen.
In grief.
Sorry, but I'm hitting lag spikes.
Oh.
In grief, they withdrew to the forest and remained isolated there until the return of their ancient enemy, the Burning Legion. With no other choice, the Night Elves emerged at last from their seclusion to fight for their place in a new world.
So yeah, they're very big in the lore and all that, and they were fighting the Burning Legion, which are one of the villains in the game that we face in the game. And basically, they're very big at nature, and they're very dependent on nature and its magic and the world tree. And yes, I remember they used to have eternal life. Remember, Owen, back in the past?
Yep.
But now they're not immortal anymore.
Or are they?
Because the world tree was destroyed in Warcraft III, I remember. Thanks to Archimonde, damn it. Alright, let's talk about the Gnomes, shall we?
The Gnomes.
Sadly, the Gnomes are one of the most underrated races you can ever play. But I think they're okay. I like them. I like how they're the smallest race in the game. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just making sure it's still there, Owen. And
I'm just watching as my group.
a female gnome right here.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, they may escape from speed altering effects, increased resource pool. Excuse me, I got a hiccup.
Dear Lord.
Dear Lord.
No, not you. We're on the last two bosses, and dear God.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Resistant to arcane damage, engineering skill increased, and they attack faster.
Though small in stature, the clever gnomes of Asmodean has used their great intellect to secure a place in history. Their subterranean kingdom of Gnomergan is a marvel steam-driven technology, and their skill at both engineering and the arcane arts has been a tremendous benefit to the Alliance across numerous campaigns. Ah, yes. The Gnomes! The Gnomes!
I'm sorry, Owen. That really didn't hurt my throat as much. I gotta take a drink though. Excuse me. Alright, the Draenei. They're basically... Okay, let's talk about my favorite race in the game, the Draenei. And the Draenei are very big in the lore, and they were introduced in Warcraft III, and they become playable characters in World of Warcraft in the expansion called the Burning Legion. And they're basically space goats.
Yeah, pretty much sums it up.
Yes, space goats. And they have octopus. What do you mean that I have an octopus on my face? Oh, I love them. They're awesome. I love Draenei. And here's a female Draenei. And I love the female Draenei. They look amazing. Do they, Owen? Plus, I like the big booties. They have the booty. I'm sorry. Owen, you sound like you're tired, hon.
I'm not. I'm trying to focus.
I know.
It's a guild run for crying out loud.
It's late at night, by the way, guys, so... Jewel crafting skill increased. May heal self or others over time. increased agility, intellect, and strength. Agility, intellect, and strength, they're basically your character stats in the game. So, yes. Learn it, people. Learn the character stats. They're very, very important in the game. I like how this Draenor right here has a mustache on his face. I need to shave it.
Because?
Resistant to shadow damage. Driven from their homeworld of Argus, the Honorable Draenei fled the Burning Legion for eons before finding a remote planet to settle on. How's my Draenei voice, Owen?
Awesome.
They shared this world with the shamanistic Orcs and named it Draenor. In time, the Legion corrupted the Orcs, who waged war and nearly exterminated the peaceful Draenei. A lucky few fled to Azeroth, while they now seek allies in the battle against the Burning Legion. The Burning Legion! So yes, that's basically who the Draenei are, and they, like I said, they were along with the Orcs and Draenor, and basically their home Argus was destroyed by the Burning Legion, and well, not technically destroyed, but they took over the world. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Okay, we also have the Worgen. And they're basically werewolves. Let's just say that. They were introduced in Cataclysm. The World of Warcraft Cataclysm. Well, not really. They were introduced in Wrath of the Lich King, but then they became playable characters in World of Warcraft. And yes. Can periodically move quickly, critical chance increased, resistant to nature and shadow damage, and skinning skill and speed increase. And that's basically, skinning is basically a profession you can do. The Worgen were first unleashed upon the Eastern Kingdoms by Archmage Argel during the Third War, primarily used as a weapon against the Scourge. The beast soon proved to be a burden greater than the humans of Lordaeron could bear. A mysterious curse begins to spread among those who fought alongside the Wolfmen, causing them to become Worgen themselves. The curse rapidly spread as they reached Gilneas, trapping its inhabitants behind the very walls built to protect them. The survivors of the curse now seek to find a new fate for their people, their destiny unwritten. Okay, that really hurt my throat. Oh, God.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. Very hard to do a Worgen voice. So, I like this guy's beard, by the way. And here's a female Worgen for you guys. Check her out. So yeah, we just got done going through all the Alliance faction. Am I right? Now let's talk about the Horde. Yes, the Horde, people. And the Horde is basically a more aggressive kind of faction, but they're still peaceful as well sometimes. But the Orcs, they used to be bad guys, like I said. But then, because of War Chief Thrall, they become more peaceful and kind, and basically, yes. But they were peaceful during Draenor, but they were corrupted by, because they were corrupted by the demons, they become more aggressive, and yeah, like I said. Am I right, Owen?
Yeah.
And the Orcs, they used to be hunters, they used to be shamans. Well, yeah, they still are to this day. And basically, shamans and hunters, that's what the Orcs used to be. And, yes. And they're pretty much Owen's favorite race to play. The Orcs. May enrage to increase damage, so they're very good warriors as well. Resistant to stun effects, and damage done by pets increased.
The Orc race originated on the planet Draenor, a peaceful people with shamanic beliefs. They were enslaved by the Burning Legion and forced into war with the humans of Azeroth. Although it took many years, the orcs finally escaped the demon's corruption and won their freedom. To this day, they fight for honor in the alien world that hates and reviles them.
Yes. They're freaking awesome, and I love them so much. And here's a female orc for you guys. Ain't she awesome? And I like the movement for the female orcs too. And they also have the booty. Sorry, Owen.
Huh?
Sorry.
Sorry for what?
I said that the orcs, the female orcs had the booty. So yeah. Yeah, Owen's distracted right now, so.
I'm trying my best not to get myself killed.
I know!
And we're trying to protect Illidan right now.
Oh, Illidan. He's one of the characters in World of Warcraft. And Owen. Oh, I'm not gonna mention it here. She's giving me the death glare now. Oh, you cut. The undead can remove fear. Oh wait, yeah, the undead are basically zombies in the game, and basically they came back to life to serve under Sylvanas Windrunner, and they used to be slaves to the Lich King, but they were they're basically are now pledged loyalty to Queen Sylvanas, and they betrayed the Lich King. And yes, am I right, Owen?
Yeah.
Okay, undead can remove fear, sleep, and charm, may consume corpses to regain health and mana, can drain health from enemies, and resistant to shadow damage.
Once mindless slaves to the terrible Lich King.
And the Lich King is one of the villains in the game that we're gonna face later on in the game.
The gruesome Forsaken has overthrown his rule, and now pledged loyalty to the wicked Banshee Queen Sylvanas. Under her reign, Forsaken armies have reclaimed the ruined kingdom of Lordaeron. Every day is a struggle against the vengeful humans who wish to wipe them out, and a constant battle of wills against the Horde allies who distrust the sinister motives of the undead.
So that's basically what I just said. There's the female undead for you guys. The Taurens. Let's talk about the Taurens, shall we? Okay, the Taurens are basically like Native Americans. They were based off of them, and they're pretty much anthropomorphic buffaloes. They're basically, let's just say they're bulls, and they're kind of like minotaurs per se, and they're awesome. And here's a female Tauren for you guys. And they're cool as well. The Taurens may stomp, stun nearby opponents, increase stamina, herbalism skill and speed increased, resistant to nature damage, and increased effect for critical strike.
Always the Taurens strive to preserve the balance of nature and heed the will of their goddess, the Earth Mother. Many of the nomadic wandering tribes of Tauren have gathered together under a single banner to settle in the fertile plains of Mulgore. Were it not for the timely intervention of the orcs, the whole race may have been wiped out by the Marauding Centaur. The Tauren honor their blood debt to this day, fighting alongside the Horde to protect their land.
So yeah. They are basically the original inhabitants of Kalimdor, and the orcs came in to settle in, and so did the trolls. Or am I wrong, Owen? Well, yeah, they're one of the inhabitants of the Kalimdor. Let's just say that. Yes. I just hope people will be like, "Oh my God, learn your lore." I do know the lore. I just sometimes I don't remember. So, yeah. All right, the trolls. Let's talk about the trolls. Everybody know who trolls are. Trolls. Oh, and you're such a troll.
I always been acting the troll way.
Yes, the trolls.
And trolls are awesome. They're basically, alongside the Taurens, they're basically one of the tallest frickin' races in the game. And they're the closest they're one of the closest allies to the orcs. And the trolls are frickin' awesome. So yeah. But yeah, they also originated from Kalimdor, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh wait, no, I'm wrong. They're from Stranglethorn Vale. They originated from the Eastern Kingdoms.
Yeah, I was about to say yes, and I was like, oh no, wait, no, it was in...
Yeah, it was
Kingdoms.
it was in the Eastern Kingdoms, yes. I was wrong. Okay, I remember now. It's been so long, I'm sorry. Trolls. Berserk, increasing attack and casting speed. Regeneration increased. Increased experience gained from killing beasts. And reduced duration of movement impairing effects.
Once a home to the jungles of Stranglethorn Vale, the fierce trolls of the Darkspear tribe were besieged on all sides by one factionsman.
And another cool thing about these guys, they have a Jamaican accent.
Because they be Jamaican, man.
The Orcish horde came to their aid, convincing the Darkspear to sail across the Great Sea and settle in the untamed lands of Kalimdor. Though they cling to the shadowy heritage, the Darkspear remain vocal advocates to the ever-united horde, lending the strength of their arms and
Excuse me.
and powerful tribal magic to the common cause.
So yeah, trolls, everybody. And here's a female troll for you guys. They're freaking tall as hell. And they're freaking awesome too. Alright, let's talk about the opposite of the Nine Elves, or the Horde, the Blood Elves. And the Blood Elves, they're basically a more elegant, they're one of the more elegant groups of the Horde. And basically, they're like the Nine Elves, when they're, the Nine Elves are into nature and all that. The Blood Elves, they're into magic, and they're very dependent on it, on the magic and all of its glory. And they use the Sunwell to help them have life. You know what I'm saying? Life. And they, alongside the Draenei, they were introduced in the Burning Crusade. Well, they were introduced in Warcraft III, but they became playable characters in the Burning Crusade. And the Blood Elves are awesome. Yes. And here's a female Blood Elf. Yes. Look at her. Alright. Enchanting skill increased. Can restore resources such as mana and energy. May silence nearby opponents and resistant to arcane damage. Alright. Let's do a Night Elf voice. Oh, not Night Elf voice. Blood Elf voice. I got a brain fart there. Sorry. Don't ever do that again, Owen. That's my cute girlfriend, everybody. No.
Long ago, the majestic High Elves created a splendid golden city of Quel'Thalas.
How's my Blood Elf voice, Owen?
Awesome.
Built around the magical fount of energy known as the Sunwell. When the Lich King destroyed their capital in the Third War, the survivors turned to the Horde for help. Now known as the Blood Elves, these refugees are all that remains of their glorious civilization. They strive to rebuild Quel'Thalas while struggling against the crippling addiction to the very magical energies that once built their empire.
So yeah. Yes. The Blood Elves, they basically used to be called High Elves. But because of, you know who, the Lich King, God! Sometimes I just really want to kick his ass in that raid, you know what I'm saying? Just because of all the actions he's done. Alright, here comes the Goblins. And the Goblins are the opposite of the Gnomes. And, yes.
The Goblins, Owen.
Okay, the goblins. They're basically like the gnomes. They're mechanics, but unlike the gnomes, who they are basically They're very, very greedy, very, very greedy, and they love money. They are dependent on money. You know what I'm saying? And basically, the goblins, they are slobs, and yes. That's basically what goblins are. They're mischievous little fuckers. And the funny thing is, they built a lot of stuff that looks like what humans will do. Like, they can build freaking cars for crying out loud. Oh, shit, my mic. And they can build roads. Ain't that cool? But yeah, here's a female goblin right here. Yes. Goblins can rocket jump forward, can launch rockets at enemies. Yes, they can build rockets. Receives vendor discounts, can periodically summon a personal bank. Like I said, they're greedy. Haste increased, and alchemy skill and potion healing increased. Alright, I'm going to do a goblin voice, Owen.
Originally the slaves of the jungle trolls of the Isle of Kazan, the goblin race were forced to mine calamite, or outer undermine, deep in the bowels of Mount Kajaru. Unbeknownst to anyone at the time, the mineral has magical properties that cause the goblins to rapidly increase in both cunning and intelligence. Yes. Triggering their own personal artifacts of engineering and alchemy in secret, the goblins overthrew their total oppressors, taking over the island they now call home. Quickly rising to prominence as the masters of mercantilism, goblins and their global trade conglomerates dominates all commerce across Azeroth.
I think I just butchered that one word again, so sorry about that. But yeah, the goblins, like the Worgans, they were basically became playable characters in Cataclysm. So yes, but they were also in vanilla too. But they weren't playable characters back then. They had that evil grin on their face. But they updated their models. In fact, all of them models are updated. So they used to not look like this. They were introduced in Lords of Draenor, and these new models are awesome. Yes. Alright, we went through all the Horde characters now. Am I right?
Huh?
We went through the Horde faction. Now let's talk about the neutral race. The only neutral race in the game. That's we both said the same thing, Owen.
Because they're the only neutral race here.
So far. Owen, don't forget, so far.
And we'll never know until Blizzard actually confirms there's actually a hidden race somewhere.
Yes. Let me guess. They're gonna make the Walrus guys playable characters. That'll be hilarious.
That'd be something.
Oh god, that'll be hilarious. Or wait, Naga as playable characters. I'm sorry. But yeah, Pandorans. Let's talk about the pandas, Owen. The pandas! Anamorphic pandas, everybody. And yet, no, they're not inspired by Kung Fu Panda, guys. But they were introduced in Warcraft III, and but in Mist of Pandaria, they also did some references to Kung Fu Panda for these guys, but they weren't based off of that movie, basically. So yes, they're not Poe, but you can name one of the characters Poe if you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yes, the Pandorans. They're anamorphic pandas. They're basically like Chinese culture and all that. Let's just say that. So yes. Because the pandas are originated from China, so I like how they made that decision here. Here's the female Pandaran, and they have the best looking hair in the game alongside the dwarves. You know what I'm saying? And look, she has a red panda tail right here. Look, Owen.
Oh yeah, because red pandas.
Red pandas. Red pandas.
Like our friend Panda.
Red pandas.
They're so. I love the look of the female Pandarans. They look so adorable. So yeah, and it reminds me of Hannah. I'm sorry. Hannah's one of my friends. If you're watching this, Hannah, this is what you remind me of from now on.
We found your race. We found your home.
Yes, Fanatic Panda. Yes.
I can't wait for her to see her reaction when she sees that. Like OMG.
Oh my god. Shout out to her, by the way. She's awesome. Pandaran can join the Horde Alliance. Like I said, they're a neutral race, so they can join both factions at each level, mainly level 10 or 12 or 13, depending on the heirlooms you use. You know what I'm saying? Alright, they put enemies to sleep with a touch of their hand. Like I said, they're oh, I got disconnected. No. So, I'll cut this part out, guys. Hold on. Well, welcome back, everybody. I'm sorry. I had to cut that part out, because, you know, my thing got disconnected. And, yes.
Speaking of disconnected, we lost the DPS.
Oh, no!
The air grows slightly warmer.
Yes. But yeah, they may put enemies to sleep with a touch of their hand. They're Kung Fu. They can do, they're basically the inventors of Kung Fu. They're the very first monks in the game. So yes. Inner peace means twice as much rested experience. Increased benefits from eating food. So yeah, they have that big bellies. Cooking skill increased. They're very big at food, and they love food. And bouncy and take less falling damage. I love that, bouncy, because they are bouncy.
Yes. Pandarans.
Pandarans. And they were introduced in the expansion. Well, they're not introduced. They became playable characters in Mr. Pandaria, and I already said they were introduced in Warcraft III. So yes. Or I could be wrong. Who knows?
Shrouded in fog for ages, the ancient realm of Pandaria has remained unspoiled by war. Now that it has been rediscovered, Pandaran heroes are stepping forward to declare their allegiance to either the Alliance or the Horde. The most adventurous of the Pandaran came from the Wandering Island, a mysterious land cut off from the rest of Azeroth and Pandaria itself.
So yes. Alright, we gone through all the races in the game, Owen. Yes.
Now it's time for the classes.
Yes, now it's time to talk about the classes, Owen. You're right. Alright, the classes. They're basically, Owen, go ahead and tell them what classes are.
Classes are basically your talent. They're basically what your characters are going to be.
Yes.
And what you feel comfortable with. Each of them has their own specs and their unique traits, talents, and spells, depending on which class you play as.
Oh yeah. So the first class we're going to talk about is the Warriors, and the Warriors are basically are fighters, and they're basically you already know what warriors are. They're your typical warrior, and you can do a lot of good damage with these guys. They're also very good tanks. Yes,
yep.
The roles are tank and melee damage. And the tank, what tanks are, there's 3 different types of roles. There's the tank, healer, range damage, and melee damage. And the tank is basically, you take hits as a tank, and you protect the other players from being hit, and the healer from being hit. And tanks are pretty much the leaders in the dungeon, alongside the healers. You know, am I right, Owen?
Yep.
Yes. And I'm pretty rusty as a tank, so I'm not going to be playing as a tank for this Let's Play, I don't think. Because I want to begin that next, on the other time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I still have to get back in the groove of my tanking characters because I got like four different tanks actually.
And the other role is called a healer. And the healers are also very important in dungeons and raids because you have to keep your other players, especially the tank, alive. And yes, you have to be very skilled on that too.
Yep, because it requires a lot of focus.
Yes, a lot. And there's a melee damage, which basically is one of my favorites roles to play. And the melee damage is basically you pretty much kick everybody's ass with a lot of damage. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And there's ranged. And basically ranged is more like you hit a target from the distance. And they're also DPSs. Yes. Okay, they can defend yourself and others with heavy armor and shield, so warriors are very good tanks, like I said. Charge quickly around the battlefield, unleash your rage to deliver devastating attacks. Rage! There's simple abilities. Attempt to finish off a foe requires your target to be below 20% health. Charge at an enemy and moving quickly to their location. Shield Wall. Reduces all damage taken by 40% for 8 seconds. Warriors are plate-worn fighters who strive to perfection in armed combat. As warriors fight, they generate rage, which is used to power special attacks. Am I right? I'm using it as a dwarf, for example, because they can be almost all classes except for druids and dungeons. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that in some races, the reason why some of these are blacked out is because you have to choose one of the following races to be able to play this class. So, yes.
Yeah, only specific races can be specific classes.
Exactly. Owen is right. It's for lore reasons. Alright, anyway. The Paladins. And Paladins are one of my favorite classes in the game. And I already told...
What the fuck?
What the fuck? What? What's wrong, Owen?
Where did you fucking come from?
Oh, she's... My girlfriend, everybody. Okay, the Paladins, they're basically our holy types of people, and basically, they're kind of like warriors, but they can heal themselves, for one, and they're also one of the easiest classes you can play in the game. But you had to really learn how to play him. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the roles are tank, healer, and melee damage. Protect the weak with heavy armor, shields, and holy powers. Wield melee weapons infused with holy magic, and improve your group with powerful blessings. And they're very good healers, too. Depending. You know what I'm saying? Sample abilities. Avenger Shield. Hurls a holy shield at the enemy. Your shield will jump to several targets, damaging each of them. Which is badass, by the way. That's very good for tanking. Beacon of Light. Place a Beacon of Light on a friendly target, causing any heals you cast to also be cast on the targets of your beacon. And Divine Shield. Protects you from all damage and spells for a short time. And that could really save your freaking life. Paladins are heavy armored fighters and defenders who used holy magic to heal wounds and combat evil. They can focus on two-handed weapons, shields, and healing. The Hunters. So basically, they're basically the holy classes you can play. Alright, Hunters! Hunters, Owen! And Hunters, they're very good choices you can for new players. But you also have to learn how to play them, because you can also make mistakes on them. Remember to turn off Roar for your pet, guys. And turn off your pet when you jump off ledges. During dungeons, because seriously. That's why they're kind of infamous classes to play. You know what I'm saying, Owen? Trust me, I learned this lesson the hard way when I first played this game.
Same here.
Yes. The Hunters. Roll is ranged and melee damage. They used to not be melee damage. But since Legion came out, they became melee damage because of You know, Owen. Owen, I can barely hear you, by the way. Are you there?
Yeah, you're kind of cutting out here and there with me.
Why? What?
Yeah.
Hold on, is my game very loud? Hold
Might
on,
be.
let me cut this out, guys. Sorry about that, guys. We're back now. I hope you guys can hear me better. So, hopefully. Owen?
Huh?
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, you can hear her better now, too. So, yes. The Hunters. Like I said, they were introduced in Legion. Well, I'm talking about the melee damage. The melee damage Hunters are introduced in Legion. The range damage are pretty much from Vanilla.
Yeah.
And, yes. Harness the power of wilds to destroy foes. Yes, and gain beasts of your choice as lifelong companions. So yeah, you can basically choose any pet you want, and you can also train them. Well, and then they become your companion. You know what I'm saying, Owen?
Yeah.
You have to charm them, and then yes, you could choose any pet you want, depending about you. There are some, but the pets are limited in this game, so you could choose. You can only choose either any specific pet for a different class or spec. So yes, and some you cannot even become pets. For some companions, yeah. I cannot talk today. Yeah. Owen. Okay, track, disable, and kill your prey. Aim shot, a powerful ranged attack, so that's very useful. Call pet, summon your trusty pet to fight by your side, and tar trap. A trap that creates a pool of tar that slows your enemies down. And they introduced that in Legion as well. Hunters are at home in the wilderness and have a special affinity for beasts. They rely on their weaponry and their pet to deal damage. Yes, they rely on their pet. And Owen, you like playing hunters, do you?
I'm playing my hunter right now.
Nice. So, is there anything you want to say about hunters or no?
Well, other than be smart with your pets, because some of them can have traits that can be really useful in both environmental and dungeons and raids.
Very well said, Owen.
Because especially the exotic ones.
Yes. Alright, I'm gonna have to stop squeeing. Rogues. The rogues, pretty much are assassins. And they are a very sneaky race. Yes, they're very, very sneaky. And they're freaking badass as well. Yes. And I like rogues. Rogues are awesome. I used to have a rogue character, but I deleted it, unfortunately. Okay, the rogue. Melee damage. Hide in plain sight with a stealth ability. Control your enemies with underhanded attacks. And combo melee abilities to deliver deadly finishing blows. Cheap shot. Stun your target for a short time, and it requires stealth. Deadly poison. It coats your weapons with lethal poison. And stealth. Stalk enemies without being seen. So yes, they're, like I said, they're very stealthy. And they're awesome. But they're not really recommended for new players, depending, because they're kind of tricky to play. So yeah.
Depending, yeah.
Rogues often serve as assassins or scouts, though many are lone wolves as well. Rogues can often sneak around enemies or attack an opponent from behind to try and finish them off quickly. And so, Owen, is there anything you want to say about the rogues?
Don't be that guy.
Yes, don't be that one guy. People will be like, what guy are you talking about?
We all know that guy, the guy that you will absolutely hate beyond belief.
Explain to the newcomers, Owen.
Don't pull enemies on top of your team. Don't Don't go running ahead just because you're in stealth, because no matter what, there will be some enemies that will see you.
Yes. So be very careful. Like I said, rogues are very hard to play. And same thing with hunters. Don't overpull groups on your friendly players on your group. Because seriously, that will piss everybody off, and you're going to be kicked out. So
as easy as hunters are, you just gotta be really careful of your moves, because otherwise, people ain't gonna appreciate what you do.
Exactly. And another thing is that there you will encounter some trolls and assholes on here, and don't listen to them. Seriously, just don't listen to them. Cause unless somebody's helping you improve, then they're just helping you improve. But if you encounter an asshole, like I said, just don't listen to them and just continue your fun on World of Warcraft. Am I right, Owen?
Yep.
Yes. The priest.
Would you click on an enemy? That's right!
Owen. Yeah, that's basically Owen's life right there in the dungeon. Priest. And the priests are pretty much a very good healer. They're basically all about healing. But they can also do damage as well. Range damage. So yes, the priest, they're basically, like I said, they're very good at healing. And if you really want to play as a good healer, go with a priest. I'll recommend it. So,
especially holy priests. Holy priests are definitely the best healers out there.
Yes. And since I never played a healer before, I might try that out. Who knows? But it's going to be tricky, though. Healer. Roll healer or range damage. Protect others with powerful shield and healing abilities. Wield deadly shadow magic to destroy enemies and instill fear and control the minds of others. The power word shield. Shield yourself on a friendly target for damage. Player of healing. A powerful player that heals up to 5 allies. And shadow word pain. A word of darkness that deals shadow damage over time. Priests are well-rounded healers with a variety of tools. However, they can also sacrifice their healing to deal damage with shadow magic. So yes. Anything you want to say about these guys, Owen?
Hold on, because I was about to die there for a second.
Yes. Alright.
If you really want to make sure that you get the best healing, or at least give the best healing, fuck, I got charmed.
Owen's dealing with trouble in the dungeon right now, so...
Are you kidding me?
What's wrong?
Did I legit killed my entire team.
Wow, Owen, nice going.
Because I was charmed.
Nice going, Owen. Anyway, Shamans. And the wait, do you still have any more to say about the priest?
Sorry, hold on. Like I said, if you want to be the best, if you want to be a good healer, make sure you get the strongest healing spells, you know, in your talents.
Yes.
And also don't be afraid to join in on the fights to help assist some of your friends, cause hey, you'll provide a little extra damage in their favor while also keeping them alive.
Exactly. So basically, priests are pretty much...
But only if you're feeling that risky, you know?
Yes. So that's basically doing multitasking. So yeah. Shamans. Shamans are one of my favorite classes to play in this game. Am I right?
Yep. Because Shamans are awesome.
Yes, they're one of my favorite freaking race classes ever. Why did I say races?
Well, you got that on the brain apparently.
Sorry. I'm tired, by the way, guys, so I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's really late. Shamans. Role is healer, range damage, or melee damage. And chant your melee weapons with spells, which is badass, by the way. Call on spiritual power to restore injured allies. Use totems to disable enemies, heal, or deal damage. Sample abilities is heals your target, then jumps to heal several nearby friendly targets. They're very good healers, by the way. Very, very good healers. Fire Elemental, call for a greater Fire Elemental to fight by your side for a short time, and Lightning Bolt. Fire a bolt of lightning at your targets. Shaman use the power of the elements to enhance their weapon damage or spells. Shaman summon totems to combat. Small objects to disable enemies, heal, or cause damage to enemies. And they basically use powers of elements to help you. And they're awesome. And is there anything you want to say about the Shamans, Owen? If not, I can always continue.
For Shaman... Oh, it's been a while. For elemental shamans, they rely heavily on their elemental powers and their totems. So be sure to get the best elemental talents or totems for elemental. If you're enhancement, then you rely more on your weapon.
Yes. And you already saw my enhancement shaman earlier in this episode, so yes.
With wielding the Doom Hammer.
The Doom Hammer. The Mage! And the Mage are basically, they rely on magic, and the original users of that is, of course, the Blood Elves. You know what I'm saying? Or am I wrong?
Huh?
Am I wrong that Blood Elves are the original users of, are the original mages? I don't know. I forgot. I don't remember. I can't remember either. Mages roll range damage, blast your enemies with powerful ranged attacks, wield powerful spells that can affect multiple targets, control the battlefield by freezing or polymorphing enemies. Yes. Blink, teleport to a short distance, which is awesome. Blizzard, nice pun by the way. Ice shards pelt a large area, dealing damage to all enemies it hits. And Fireball hurls a ball of fire, dealing damage to your enemies. Mages are iconic magic users of Azeroth who learn their craft through intense research and study. They make you up for their light armor with a potent array of offensive and defensive spells. So yes, like I said, they're dependent on magic. And is there anything you want to say about the mages, Owen?
If you're gonna choose the strongest class for the mage, go with either frost or fire. They're definitely the strongest.
Yes. But another thing is that the mages are very hard to play. So basically, it's not really recommended for new players to play mages yet. You know what I'm saying? Depending.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of squishy. Warlocks. Sorry, I got loud there. The Warlocks, they're basically, they're more like an evil kind of class to play. And there's a reason for that.
They control demons!
Yes, demons! To fight by your side as companions. They're basically the opposite of mages and hunters. So, yes. What happened, Owen?
I died.
Oh no.
The Warlocks, the role is range damage. Summon a powerful demon servants to do your bidding. Curse, drain, and afflict your targets with corruption. Burn your enemies with fire and shadow ranged magic. Sample abilities. Drain life. Drain the life of your enemies simultaneously, restoring your own health. Soul Stone, store your
gosh darn son of a bitch.
Okay. Soul Stone is store your soul, allowing you to immediately resurrect after death. Summon Demon. Summon a variety of demons to fight by your side. Warlocks can fire or shadow magic to damage, drain, and curse your enemy. They summon demons as servants. Like I said, they are bad asses. And the original users, the original Warlocks are Archimonde, Kil'jaeden, and Gul'dan. So yes. And Gul'dan is basically the very first Warlock, well yeah, he's the very first Warlock. Am I right, Owen?
Yeah.
Kil'jaeden and Archimonde pretty much helped him out to become a Warlock. So yeah, Owen, is there anything you want to say about the Warlocks?
If you want to go for, well, like I said, as I said before with the mages, if you want to go for the strongest one, the strongest class in the Warlock class, I go with Affliction Warlocks.
Yes. The Warlocks are awesome. The Monks! And the Monks are basically Kung Fu fighters. Obviously. Everybody was fast as lightning. The role is tank, healer, and melee damage. Master the martial arts. Shrug off damage as you move quickly around the battlefield. Use your mythical powers to heal your allies. Not magical. Why did I say magical? Sample abilities is Fist of Fury. Pummels all targets in front of you. Keg Smash. Smash a keg of brew, dealing damage to all enemies near your target. And roll. Roll a short distance, which is badass, by the way. The monks are known for their skill in hand-to-hand fighting, relying on their feet, as much as their weapons. Monks can also specialize in calling upon to restore. I can pronounce that word right. I'm tired. Restorative. There we go. Restorative power of the mist. Restorative. I mean, I can't spell. I'm tired, Owen.
I know.
Restorative power of the mist to heal allies. There we go. So yes, is there anything you want to say about the monks, Owen?
Well, let's see. Don't roll tank straight away because they don't have that many spells to begin with. But if you want to roll a class for a tank, go with the Windwalker monks. They're the DPS class. Or if you want to, you can roll healer. They're very easy to control with both of those classes. I would know. I played both. I played all three classes actually.
Yes, and she has a lot of characters, by the way, guys.
I think I have a total of let's see, I had 12 on Lightbringer. I've got 8 on Blackhand, 4 on Airy Peak, 2 on a
lot.
Yeah, just a lot.
Yes, the Druids. The Druids are basically they're basically shapeshifters, and you all know who Druids are. But as a Druid, you could take on any form of animal you want, and it's badass. And I played a Druid on my original gameplay, so yes. The Druids. Their role is tank, healer, range damage, or melee damage. They're the only class to ever be all 4 of them. Shape into a ferocious cat, rage, alkin, or resilient bear. So yes. The cat is basically a DPS. An alkin is basically the healer. Am I right?
No,
they're damage. They're damage.
Yeah.
I thought they were healers. I'm sorry. Resilient bear is basically, they're basically, tanks. Call upon the powers of nature to heal yourself and others. Yes. And druids are very good healers as well. Be a true hybrid, able to assume any role. Sample abilities. Shapeshift into a bear, increasing health and toughness. They're basically, yes. Tankings. Cat form, shapeshift into a cat, increasing movement speed and damage, and they're very good DPS. Healing Touch is healing to friendly targets. Druids are shapeshifters with an affinity for the plant and animal kingdoms. Druids can specialize in healing, casting, and spells at a range or taking on the form of a cat or a bear to fight in melee. Am I right, Owen?
Yeah.
Alright, we're basically going through all the classics except for 2. And these are hero... I got disconnected again. Gosh darn it, BRB. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. But yes, here we go. These are the hero classes, and they were introduced in Wrath of the Lich King. And basically, Owen, tell us who hero classes are.
Hero classes are basically where you can insta-level to catch up with certain events and expansions.
Yes.
Pretty much. But you should only use those if you have you should only use those if you have enough experience with the game or if you're feeling comfortable enough with it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm going to start with the Death Knights. The Death Knights, the role they take is tank or melee damage. They raise the dead to serve you, attack with melee weapons, spells, and disease, and they start at level 55. Yes.
Yep.
Army of the Dead. Summon the Legion of Ghouls to fight by your side for a short time. Ah, gosh darn it. Sorry about that, guys. My mom came in the room. She wants me to be quiet. So, yes, I gotta be quiet now. Blech. So, yes. Where was I, Owen?
You were explaining the tanks and DPS stats of them.
Yeah. Death and Decay corrupt the ground beneath your feet, dealing damage to all nearby enemies. Death Grip, reach out and grab your target, pulling them to you. The Death Knights are a hero class, which means they start at a high level. Death Knights are a melee class with can't spell, but I am so tired today. So yes, emphasis on causing diseases or using dark magic. And yes, they're badasses. And now the Demon Hunters. Oh, sorry. I can't show you the Demon Hunters, unfortunately, because apparently you have to be highest level character on this realm must be at least level 70. And I already showed you what a Demon Hunter looks like. So yes. Demon Hunters are... Oh, gosh darn it. Demon Hunters are a hero class, which means they start at a high level. Demon Hunters are a dark outcast that use forbidden demonic magic to hunt and kill their enemies. So is there anything you want to say about the Death Knights and Demon Hunters, Owen?
For Death Knights, Death Knights are very good DPS. Tanks are... But their tank status is kind of iffy with me. But hey, if you want to roll tank... If you want to roll tank Death Knight, then hey, go for it. And as for Demon Hunters, well, hey, either role is pretty strong, but you also gotta be very careful and very considerate with what you choose when it comes to them.
Yes. Alright, I think long and hard on, so basically we just went through almost everything about the character creation, Owen. So yeah, newbies, here you go. Here's how the game works. So, yes. Sorry if this video is very long. I know people are not going to be interested in watching this. So, if you don't want to watch this episode, go on ahead and put the second one, like I said. You can always skip this one. This is more of the informant episode. So, yes. Owen.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
So yeah, I think long and hard. And, the last, walkthrough that I did, I played a Night Elf Druid. And this time, I've been thinking that maybe I should play an Orc. Yes. Everybody likes the Orcs, do they, Owen? And Orcs, I'm gonna play a Orc Warrior. Should I, Owen?
If you want to, go ahead.
Yes, an Orc Warrior. And we're gonna be for the Horde, everybody, for this walkthrough. Yes. Loktarogar! Victory or death. Yes. The Orcs. For character creation, you can go with skin. You can choose any skin color, face, hairstyle, hair color, and facial hair. So yes, it all depending on which class you're going to play as, because some of them are different. And I love you, Owen.
I love you too.
So which do I want the most? I don't know. I'll go with this one, the bright color. Why not? For face, let's see.
I think we're a little lost here.
What's wrong, Owen?
Me and my gal are trying to like get to upper Karazhan, but we kind of lost our way and we're stuck in lower Karazhan.
Oh, that sucks. Ugh, excuse me. What face do I want to go with? I like this one a lot, so I'll go with that one. For hairstyle, I noticed that a lot of warriors have ponytails on their heads.
It's the top knot, yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty much what I give to my warrior Masilla because, well, it just fits.
I'm gonna go with this one because it looks more cool. And the hair color, I'm gonna go with either black or red. Or this one. I'll go with this. Well, he's gonna look more like Rakuba if I do that. If I make it black. I'm thinking, Owen.
I know.
I'm gonna go with red, I think. Or no, I don't know. I don't know!
Whee!
I'll go with this one, I think. Yeah, I'll go with that one. For facial hair, oh, I might go with this one. That looks pretty cool. Sideburns and the beard. That'll be cool for a warrior.
Please give me nightmare. Please give me nightmare. Please. Not nightmare. Midnight.
Midnight, Owen. God. All right. For name, there you can choose either randomize or you can come up with your own name. Beckstar.
A few of my characters, I actually made up their name, but for some, I actually used the randomizer to
Hi, Owen.
make up a name. What?
Should I go with Grodigar? Let's see.
Grodigar.
Yes, it works. Grodigar.
And don't worry, people. If you're not satisfied with your character, you can always change it.
Yes, here he is, guys. The character I'm gonna play. And go ahead, Owen.
But you gotta pay like real money in order to get your character changed.
Yeah. But here he is, the badass himself, Grodigar. And I hope you guys enjoyed this very first episode of my gameplay. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and if you want to see more, go click on the notifications button. Is there anything you want to say before we end this recording, Owen?
Again, don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Yes. So yeah, in the next episode, we're going to finally do the Let's Play, and we're going to do the gameplay of it. And I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you next time. Bye!